Hi, I'm Laky Zervudachi. I'm Director of Sustainability at Direct Seafood, where I've been for 16 years, leading the way to a more sustainable seafood future. Sustainable seafood really means having enough seafood to fulfill our needs for now and continuing to have more seafood for the future of our children and grandchildren. At Direct Seafoods, we closely follow the Marine Conservation Societies, that's the MCS's ratings. They've created a rating system using a traffic light system from green for good down to red for not so good and fish to avoid. And at Direct Seafoods, we use that as a starting point for ensuring that all our seafood is the most sustainable possible. Certification is another tool that we use at Direct Seafoods to ensure that we're always buying as sustainably as we possibly can. In wild-caught seafood, there's the MSC, the most famous one, the Marine Stewardship Council, that has been going for over 20 years now and really ensures that a fishery or a wild-caught fishery is managed in the most environmentally and least impactful way on the oceans. Direct Seafoods have a never-ending programme of educating its staff to help them, our telesales staff and our sales teams, as well as our buying teams, make sure they all understand the importance of sustainability through the use of MCS ratings, through the use of posters, through the use of numerous different tools that we use within the business to help make sure people understand the best way of sourcing sustainably. Direct Seafoods help drive the sustainability agenda with a continual conversation with chefs, how to develop their menus, how to improve their own sustainability. In my role as Sustainability Director, I'm very involved in the whole of this British seafood sector, and we truly understand that there are many issues still arising that cause anxiety and worries for people, particularly discarded fishing nets, the use of trawlers, the use of beam trawlers, the damage to the seabed, and it's really core to our fundamental beliefs to help continue to improve these issues within the seafood sector. Seafish, our industry body, is very concerned and has really got the best voice to drive this agenda forward. Currently in the UK, 70% of the seafood that's consumed is imported from outside the UK, and 80% of the fish that we actually catch in this country is exported to the EU. Now that we've left the EU, things may well change. We may well be in a position to consume more of the wonderful fish we catch in this country. It is a really rich feast available for us. Unfortunately, up until now, the British consumer has really focused on 5 species, which are tuna, cod, haddock, prawns and salmon. The opportunity for the UK is now to consume more of the beautiful species we are blessed with in these waters. So looking at monkfish, hake, haddock of course is also available, sea bass, gurnards, squid. There's a huge cornucopia of seafood out there for us to start looking at. It would be foolish to ignore the fact that occasionally there are issues in farmed salmon, farmed sea trout. In all farming, there are occasional issues of bad practice. We just have to be aware of them and have to take very prompt measures to get them fixed. We do care about responsible farming, and that's why we have these certification programs in place to ensure that the best practice is always tried to be achieved. In terms of the most sustainable seafood to eat at the moment, we're probably looking at cod, as long as it's MSC certified, most likely from Iceland or Norway. There's some fantastic MSC certified hake caught in the UK. Shellfish is in general very sustainable, so things like mussels and, as long as they're farmed properly, scallops. It's also really important not to overlook farmed seafood, because though some people have a very bad view of it, it has actually got a really positive role to play in the consumption of sustainable seafood in this country. In terms of the human side of the fishing industry, there have been a lot of issues over the years, and it is an important issue for us to take responsibility for. Direct Seafoods have been involved on the oversight board of the Responsible Fishing Scheme over the last few years and have helped us develop a new scheme that will be taken forward into the future, internationalised, so that fishermen have the full rights they deserve in terms of being properly looked after.